Hello, this is Chetan Narula reporting for Cricket World, and a bit of an indoor shoot today because at the end of the IPL season, at the end of a long home season in the hot sweltering Indian summer, in Delhi today we have a bit of thunder shower, a bit of rains. It's been since yesterday, but it's taken a bit more prevalence today, so it has to be an indoor shoot. And I'm here to talk about the last 4 games of the 10th season of the Indian Premier League, and we have seen Mumbai Indians become the champions for a 3rd time in the 10-year history of the IPL. So let's just wrap up what's happened in the last 1 week. Of course, there was first the qualifier 1, where Mumbai Indians, top of the table, met with Rising Pune Super Giants. Rising Pune Super Giants putting on 162, and Mumbai Indians actually falling short of that target. Washington Sundar picking up 3 for 27. When the IPL was initiated 10 years ago, Washington Sundar was 8.5 years old. So imagine for an 18-year-old to come and perform on one of the biggest stages in world cricket. That was some night for him. And then, of course, there was the eliminator where Sunrisers Hyderabad played the Kolkata Knight Riders. It ended in a bit of a farce, really. Sunrisers Hyderabad putting on 128 on the board, and then rain played spoil sport. Players had to wait till 11 or even midnight for play to resume, and the match went on till 1:30 a.m. in the night. It was reduced to a 6-over game, and the target was 48 runs for Kolkata Knight Riders. Like I said, a bit of a farce, really. Duckworth Lewis probably doesn't have a place in T20 cricket. We need to find a better formula, perhaps. Or altogether you can call off play if it has to go on till 2 a.m. That is the real fast. Play cannot and should not go on till 2 a.m. in the night. So coming to the point, Kolkata Knight Riders progressing towards qualifier 2. Sunrisers Hyderabad's reign from last year, they were the defending champions, it came to an end. Both David Warner and Bhuvneshwar Kumar ended up with the orange and the purple cap, most runs and most wickets. And then, of course, there was the qualifier 2 again in Bengaluru. This time, Mumbai Indians beating Kolkata Knight Riders. Kolkata Knight Riders, they became a bit unstuck. Were bowled out for 107 runs after batting first. So that was a bit of a poor performance, and it could really be seen in their build-up towards the playoffs. They had done a bit too many changes around, too much fiddling around their batting order. Chris Lynn came, Sunil Narine was still opening, Gautam Gambhir moved down to 4, then came up to number 3. So they had a set formula in the tournament. They had Sunil Narine opening instead of Chris Lynn, so that the rest of their batting order would not be disturbed. And when Chris Lynn came back, logically you would put Sunil Narine back into the where his older slot was, but they were so impressed by his opening prowess that they decided that let's continue to open with Narine and Chris Lynn. So they changed the formula, the set formula they had of Chris Lynn hitting, or one hitter at one end, and Gautam Gambhir dropping anchor at the other end, and it didn't really work out for them. It led to a loss of momentum for the Kolkata Knight Riders, and despite the fact that they won the rain-affected game against Sunrisers Hyderabad, they became unstuck in their qualifier 2. No pressure really for Mumbai Indians in chasing that small target down. So once again, it came down to Rising Pune Super Giant versus Mumbai Indians. Remember, Pune had beaten Mumbai on both occasions in the league stage, and then they beat them in the qualifier 1. So they were leading 3-0 into the final. So, odds were in their favor, but this is Mumbai Indians. They have a well-settled lineup, they're well-led, they have a very good coaching staff, and you simply cannot ignore them. So what happened? Mumbai Indians batting first, 129 on board. Not the ideal target to put on board, especially in a final, especially against the likes of Rahane and Steve Smith and MS Dhoni and Manoj Tiwari. Having said that, it was a good recovery from Mumbai Indians. Krunal Pandya playing another 47 runs. He had 45 in the qualifier 2 against Kolkata. So he became really a very, very phenomenal player for the Mumbai Indians. The one change that perhaps didn't work for them in the final, Ambati Raidu coming in for Nitish Rana. So that was a bit of a Nitish Rana has performed. The youngster has performed throughout this tournament. So, well, it's about the team, like he said post-match. So 129. And Rahane scored 44, Steve Smith scored 51, and Pune looked all set to win their first IPL title. And in the end, it came down to 4 runs needed of 1 ball, and they ended up losing by the narrowest of margins possible. They lost by 1 run. It was such a sensational final, heart-stopping moment really, and really jubilant moment for the Mumbai Indians. They fought hard, they fought throughout the match, and they won. And in a way, they were deserved champions, because throughout the league stage, they have played like champions, finishing top of the table, losing the fewest matches, qualifying with ease. Obviously, they did make it difficult for themselves, losing in the qualifier 1 and had to play another match to get to the finals. But they retained that momentum, and for that, they were able to go into the final with confidence and even defend a low total such as 129. So that sums up the 10th season of the Indian Premier League. We had some outstanding performances, a lot of young names that came up: Rishabh Pant, Nitish Rana, Washington Sundar, a couple of pacers also making their names. So a lot of good names, good young prospects for the Indian selectors to look up to. Ben Stokes, or as always, he's a phenomenal player, and this was his first time in the Indian Premier League, and he set it alight. He was the player of the tournament. And of course, we had a lot of Australian players impressing as well. Steve Smith, David Warner, they've been in India for 4 months and really making an impression in the Indian subcontinent. So, like I said, this is the end of the Indian Premier League. This is the end of our updates as well. And this is the end of a long season for Indian cricket. It started last year in July in the West Indies. Then we had New Zealand coming here. We had England coming here. We had Australia coming here. We had Bangladesh also coming here for 1 test, so 17 test matches, a few ODIs and T20s here and there, and then we had this long season. The new season begins again in just a week's time. We have the Champions Trophy coming in, and I can promise you that will not be an indoor update. So this is Chetan Narula signing off from the 2016-17 season. See you again soon, very shortly.